in self-care, wellness alternatives, and I'm passionate about health and wellness and caring for people. I teach regular classes on Zoom now, and they're free. And also, when somebody, let's say, enroll with a kit, they get 25% off the retail cost. So I always, try to save or help them save money. And also, I offer them a free book, a guidebook, which has a lot of different tips how to use essential oils and other natural alternatives. So, yeah, anyone who is interested in that, I'm here. Addie Adams doTERRA.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Gina, I don't see that Elizabeth has joined. Is that correct? Okay. And then Gina, take it away.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Gina Tucker with Juice Plus. A terrific referral for me is, we have tower gardens too. So anybody who's interested in making sure their food supply chain is uninterrupted for all of their produce, or a lot of their produce, is a good referral. Or if somebody has picky eaters, like, little kids who won't eat fruits and vegetables, and they want an easy answer and solution for that to get more nutrition into their kids. Those are great referrals for me.
It seems like a great time to be a Juice Pluser. Heather.
Good morning, everybody. Heather from Mary Kay. I just want to say the best referral for me would be anybody that wants to take their skincare to the next step above all the drugstore stuff that they're buying, and want to really take the time to know their skin and do what's best for them. We have 5 different lines for skincare. Plus, of course, we've got the lash growth serums, and we've got lipsticks and eyeshadows and anything just to customize your best look so that you appear the best for your customers. Thank you.
Wonderful. I love the consistent theme there, that reminder. Heidi.
Good morning, Heidi Sievertson, Plastic and Reconstructive Surgeons. We are a division of Proliant Surgeons. I'm the master esthetician in the office. A good referral to me is anybody that would like to learn more about skincare, anti-age options, laser hair removal, medical grade products, sunscreen, basically anything to do with your face or skin. Heidi Sievertson, Plastic and Reconstructive Surgeons.
Alrighty. John.
Good morning, everybody. John Wolfhard, John L. Scott Real Estate. Real estate's still happening. I have a condo closing this morning or this afternoon. Got another happy person in a place. Great referral for me is somebody who's sick of where they're hunkered down during this coronavirus and might look to upgrade to a better place where they'd rather be hunkered down, or somebody who's thinking about selling. Either way, John Wolfhard, John L. Scott.
Great. Nobody's using their 75 seconds this morning. Larissa.
Good morning, everybody. Fix and Build LLC, general contractor. If you are looking for general contractor or handyman, remember about us. Good friends or somebody else who live in Maple Valley or around Maple Valley. Last month, we had 2 projects in Maple Valley, and right now in Black Diamond. It's very good for us because usually we're going to Kirkland, to Bellevue, and we have insurance and bond. Also remember that we are first step for your remodeling in your house. And if you don't do something, we have a good reference. Like for Sue, we had a project with you, but our company who works with us increased his price, and I found good company for. I did research and found a good company for Zoom. Remember about this? Called us, text us, Alexander and Larissa, Fix and Build LLC, your general constructor and handyman. Thank you.
Thank you, Larissa. Laura.
All right, good morning. I'm Laura Cook with Partain Chiropractic and Massage. We are open Monday through Friday to help you with your chiropractic and massage needs. A good referral for us would be, there's multiple things that people might come to us for. Auto accidents is a big one, and chiropractic care and therapeutic massage is often very much indicated in those situations, depending on the severity of the accident. Sports injuries, we've even had school kids come in that, you know, have gotten hurt playing soccer or some other sport. So chiropractic and massage is also good for that. Or somebody who's just looking for maintenance, just they believe in chiropractic and massage, and they do it once a month, whether they need it or not. So any of those would be great referrals for us. Laura Cook, Partain Chiropractic.
Wonderful. Thank you. Lisa.
Good morning, everyone. Lisa Agon, Finance of America Mortgage. So I've had a couple of conversations with a few of you on the side, but everything that I'm listening to, we are in this for the long haul. Everything that the government is doing as far as a lockdown is not to make the virus go away. It is to make sure that our healthcare system can sustain what we're going to be battling for the next couple of years. So what does that mean for you? It means that interest rates are going to be low for a while. It is time for you to sit down and assess your current financial situation, take advantage of the market, invest in the real estate market. You need to sit down with Val if you have not already, and take a look at your mortgage, take a look at your cash flow, take a look at the outstanding debts that you have that you can roll into the mortgage and get them locked in at a low interest rate, so that when rates do bounce up, you are in a good financial and liquid position. If you'd like more information on this, call me, Lisa Agon, Finance of America Mortgage.
Thank you, Lisa. Miss Missy.
Morning, everybody. Missy with Scout and Cellar Wine. A good referral for me would be someone who obviously is a wine lover, a wine consumer, who enjoys, you know, a glass of wine now and again, or frequently, depends on who you are. Also, someone who is a good referral for me is someone who really cares about what they're putting into their body as pure as possible. There's a lot of purists out there, a lot of naturopathic minded people, and you know, I've mentioned before, our wines are free of any chemicals, added sugars, added sulfites, pesticides, GMOs, vegan, and so there's so many great things about our wine, and because all those things are stripped from our wine, you're actually getting just the beautiful flavor of a grape, of the pure Syrah grape or the pure Chardonnay grape, or what have you. So a good referral for me is someone who really cares about not putting toxins in their bodies. And I say that again with a caveat. We understand too much alcohol is a thing, but just the purest of pure. So from grape to glass is perfect. Missy with Scout Cellar Wine.
Wonderful. I will say I was served some 7 Hands wine last night.
14 Hands. Oh,
yes, that too. it threw me off. It threw me off.
7 Hands was only half a glass.
Yeah, well, that's what I should have had. No Rick, no Ramel. Sue.
Good morning, everyone. Sue Sear, Schramm & Associates. I'll be speaking today, but I will say a good referral for us is anybody who needs to get their taxes filed, or anybody who needs a little help with their bookkeeping. This season of life, it seems like we have some people who are downsizing, and maybe that means they're needing to outsource their bookkeeping. We're happy to help with that. Or if somebody's in one of those industries that's experiencing growth, and can no longer have their wife do all the bookkeeping, we're happy to help with that as well. So Sushir Shram and Associates, send your friends our way.
Wonderful. Look forward to your presentation today. Gail.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, so Gail Blankenship, independent Medicare broker. A good referral for me, especially during this time of COVID-19, is people who are leaving the workplace earlier than planned. Some people have worked past 65 to kind of pad their retirement accounts and their financial situation, and they may be feeling like they're not going to be able to go back to work, or they're going to take an early retirement. Those are just great people to refer to me. I can sit down with them and take them through all of their options. I do this on a no-cost basis, and anytime I do get paid, I get paid through the insurance company if I sign somebody up. I really take a lot of pride in the educational services that I offer, and it's my goal to always make sure that the consumer understands what their options are before they make a decision. Gail Blankenship, independent Medicare broker.
Thank you, Gail. And I know you've been a great help to some of my clients. Appreciate that. I'll go last, and I will pair up with both what Lisa and Gail and John and many others have said, that for me, a good referral right now is someone who is just reconciling their current financial situation and how it may have changed most recently and become dislocated due to job loss, family illnesses, children being born, job, as I mentioned, changing and moving and selling homes, all the normal, what we consider to be normal transactions of life, but they seem to be coming in droves, and they seem to be coming in a more unexpected and unplanned or accelerated timing. And so just being available to have those conversations at the drop of a hat, because people are needing to move through their decisions more quickly. And so just a good referral for me is someone that needs a backstop, needs someone to help them slow down, needs to remove emotion from their decisions as much as possible and remain planful, mindful. And then the other thing I will add, Tanya's not with us today, and she is one of our speakers. And she and I have had a discussion regarding an area that we both do, but we've kept out of this group because it's an overlap. And so we agreed that I would bring it up, and that's life insurance. So I don't want this group to lose track of that. It's a very important component of your financial well-being. And as people are dislocated, losing jobs, a lot of people have their life insurance solely attached to their working life. And so that's been a very active area of my practice also right now, is making sure people are having the unexpected events in their life covered as life changes, particularly when people are healthy. That's a good time to do it. And I'll address some other insurance issues on another call. So with respect to our commercials, we got through them a little bit quicker today. So we'll just continue to ebb and flow on that front. Moving to reports, as long as we didn't miss anyone that logged in late. Reports, attendance, we are again well attended with the exception of 4 of our members. And I do, like I say, want to indicate Tanya's not here this morning and doesn't have a colleague with us. And so by virtue of the bylaws, she to speak today, so we don't have a replacement. We'll use that time at the end to spend some time talking about, as we as a county move from one phase to the next, and this group is afforded the opportunity to get back together, maybe start having some early discussions of how we feel about that, what we want it to look like, and how quickly we would want to try to meet face to face again. Treasurer, you have anything you want to share this morning, Lisa?
No, I mean, you've all kind of heard the spiel over the last month or so. I will say that I have not gone out and purchased the Starbucks gift cards for all of you referral winners the last couple of weeks. So my sincerest apologies. I'll make sure I get that done this week so I can get them mailed out. I'm going to need a reminder on who has won the last 3-4 weeks. So whoever has the meeting minutes, I think that's you, Heidi. If you can just ping me and let me know who the winners are the last couple of weeks so I can get those all sent out. And then whoever the winners are, if I don't have your address, I'll be emailing you, just asking you for an address or drop it on your doorstep to do a COVID-friendly delivery, more of a ding dong dash as I call it. So that's about all I got.
Great. All right, next up is referral, closed business. John.
And good morning again. I screwed up last week and promised to send out all of the information on the upcoming speakers and referral report from last week and didn't do it. So I've got it all queued up here on another computer. We'll be sending it out after the meeting. I've got to correct a couple of email addresses that have bounced back. And our speakers this week is Sue. Next week, we've got Agatha and Lisa. The following week, Gail, new member presentation, and me. Followed by Larissa on the 9th and Elizabeth as well. So that'll all be on here. One quick note on the referral report that'll be coming out is that, yes, I screwed up. The May 5th referrals will not be listed in the current month because I put them in the year to date as I was moving things around, kind of screwed up. So they're there in the year to date, but the current month will only start at the 12th. I apologize, but for me to go back and fix that is going to take way more time than I'm going to put into it. So apologize, and that's kind of how it is. So it'll be coming out later.
John, can you repeat? It's Agatha and Lisa next week and Gail.
Agatha on the, okay, so I'll give you the dates. 5/26 is Agatha and Lisa. 6/2 is Gail and myself.
Great, thank you. All righty, thank you very much. And one of the things, and Gail, I apologize, this is our standard referral form, and I will send you a copy of it. But if everyone can just remember that as we're doing referrals, that we still provide as much content as possible for the referral. And Gail, I'll take a picture of this and text it to you so you have that. So you've not had the benefit of seeing one of those yet. But we do delineate between inside and outside referrals as well as new versus repeat referrals. Membership, Missy.
Hello, membership. Well, Gail, this is great to have you. I wasn't here last week, so I missed out. Were you here last week, Gail? Great. Okay. So in your speakings on the 2nd is what I just heard, and so I don't know if I've shared this part with you, but I'll put together a little folder of all the business cards from everybody in this group, and that will be handed off to you, assuming we vote you in and things go great, which I have no doubt. And so I will be handing that off to you. So once that happens, and probably giving you a call or email saying welcome, if that's kind of the protocol of what we do. Otherwise, I have nothing more to add at this point. Just continue to invite.
Melissa or Missy, would you be in a position to forward to Gail one of the membership forms?
Yes.
And do you also have the electronic copy of the bylaws, or do you need me to forward that?
I would need you to forward that.
Okay.
I
So
think
we'll get those to you as well this week, Gail.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Any old business for today? All right. New business. The only item I have, and it's short unless others have new business, is typically we would look to the early weeks of June to start nominating for our offices for the second half of the year. So I'm just going to mention that now so you can start to think about those nominations, and we may decide to use an extra week in doing that this time because it's going to be a little harder to gather your votes than it might otherwise be in our normal circumstance. So do be thinking about your nominations and also your interest in serving in a capacity on the board. So it's president, vice president, currently John, membership currently Missy, treasurer is Lisa, PR is Tracy, and who did I miss? Secretary is Heather, being supported by Heidi during this time. Any other new business? All righty, we get to the fun part of the meeting. Speakers. So Sue, we don't have to flip a coin since you're our only speaker today. So the Zoom is yours.
Good morning again, everyone. So I thought I would follow Ramel's lead, which I thought he did a really nice job of giving a tour of his shop. And I know that some of you have been in our office before, but I'm not sure if anybody except maybe Lisa has been in since we did sort of a shuffle and remodel on Valentine's Day. So a little bit of the backstory, we had planned to move during November into the suite that the building developer had been in because they built a new building behind our building. Of course, their building was delayed and delayed and delayed. So we ended up moving during tax season, which was a joy, but we have a great team. And so we pulled it off, and now we are currently in our new dig. So I am going to walk out into the hallway to begin with, and then I will flip the camera so that you can see what your view would be. You can figure out how to flip the camera. Flip the camera. Flip, go. Okay, so this is the staircase. There's the elevator down the hall. And this is now our front door. So we used to be at that front door down the hallway. So we didn't move very far, but we've changed the entry and the kind of the whole feel of the office. You can see our signs on the wall right here and our little table. We are, due to the COVID protocols, we are asking people to stop outside the office door, follow the directions on one of the signs, depending on what they're planning to do. We've got pickup documents, drop-off documents, or signing or paying a bill. So we sanitize this every time a client comes and goes so that we keep it nice and safe. So nice window here, and then we go in the front door. Fran finally got her gigantic clock up here on the wall, so she's really excited about that. This is part of our lobby area. And then this really cool thing is actually a fireplace. It does a column that twirls. Maybe I'll turn that on so we can see it at the end of the tour. It takes a little while to warm up. We also put our coffee station right in front of it. It just happens to fit beautifully. And we do a little bit of marketing here for some of our neighboring businesses. And then the other side of the front door, we've got a little bit more seating area. And then this is my desk right here. So when you come in, I am right in front and center and get to check in everybody. I know I've mentioned several times that we have a table with business cards on it. Here it is right here by the lobby where people are free to shuffle through and find one of businesses. All of your cards are in here, as well as some of our clients and some of our businesses that we patronize. Over here is where we keep the documentation that people are going to be coming in and picking up. And this here is Fran's office. So Fran is working remotely. Right now she is in Maryland. She has a second home out there where she spent her childhood summers. So she's really excited about that. Right next door to her is Connie. Connie can wave. This is Connie's office. She's just moved in here because it wasn't quite finished when the rest of us moved in here. Then we walk down here and we come to Angela's office. Angela usually comes in about 9 o'clock, so we'll see her a little bit later on. She's got a nice office space here. And then our fourth tax preparer is Laura. She's been with Fran the longest, and she is working remotely. You can see on her computer that she's doing something. I'm not going to get too close for privacy, but she's got a nice meeting area here as well. Then back behind the tax preparers, we have the heart of the tax operation, and this is where all of the pending files are for the tax returns, as well as Lily's office. And Lily is my right hand and takes care of the checking in and checking out of tax returns, as well as putting them together, scanning everything. She's really got the big space here, which is so exciting after our move because she was sort of stuffed into a little closet that I'll show you in a minute. This side of the office also came with a nice conference room, and we're still working on how exactly to furnish it. And we've got this lovely table that a client gave us. And then this is also where Lisa is currently going to be working while we're under the COVID protocols, because she was in a shared office space, so we needed to split her up. Also, this is where we keep all of our food bank donations. As many of you know, we collect for the Maple Valley Food Bank during tax season, well, throughout the year actually, and give people credit on their tax return for every item they bring in. There's Connie again. This is our sanitation station, which right now is sitting on top of our shred box. We take confidentiality seriously, and everybody uses a secured shred box for items that we're not returning to clients. This is the kitchen that the building developer had. We are calling it the breezeway and trying to not use it because this is actually where we put the new hole in the wall to our prior office space. So even though we've moved forward into the building developer space, the only people who've actually moved up there are the tax preparers. So this is where my desk used to sit. And there's a nice big empty space here, and there is the other side of our previous front door. So you used to come down this hallway to come into our office. And I think the new entry is much nicer and much more professional looking. Now when we come in, what we're calling our back door, we come into the bookkeeper's scanning and copy space. They have their own scanner, and they've got a fax machine back here. Got a little bit of a small meeting area in case they need to sit down with clients and sign documents or something. Of course, right now we're doing that very circumspectly and trying to keep everything remote. This is our main conference room. This is where we hold our staff meetings and also do our trainings. We have a nice big TV on the wall for our training sessions. And back in the corner here, we have what we call our Zenter, because when everybody gets stressed, sometimes you need to stop and do something that's a little bit more fun than relaxing. So we've got a couple of mini Zen gardens. We've got a couple of silly toys, a puzzle, various things like that. Book with poems. Note the parental advisory. They're not necessarily clean poems. So to go back, we go through a lot of water. To go back through to the previous lobby, and then we turn over here and we have our kitchen that we use. I'm not going to go in there. It's not always clean. This is the shared office space that Lisa used to be in. As you can see, there are 3 desks in here, so we moved her out, so now only 2 people are in here, Skylar and Kyrie. Kyrie came to us when we purchased the Rainier Plaza accounting firm in December, and both of them work part-time, so it makes for a good shared office space. Down the hallway here, we have Dawn, who's working with Connie to figure out some problem. And then Naomi also works here. Naomi is working remotely, so Dawn is the only one in her office space right now. This is filled up with somebody who's currently sharing an office. Heidi Smith works in our office as well. She's been working remotely the whole time. She is affiliated with Ameriprise, and so we won't talk about her for Val's sake. Over here, we've got Juliet and Lori's office. Again, it's a shared office. Juliet sits over there, Lori sits over here. Juliet's full-time, but Lori is part-time, so the shared space is working out pretty well. Then over here, we've got Caroline's office. Caroline is our lead bookkeeper, and she is also working 100% remotely right now. She has some underlying health issues, so hasn't been in the office for quite a while. And if you look out the window, you can see the new building that the building developer built right behind us. So they've moved into that space and made it their own. I don't think anybody else is in that building with them. Eagle Creek is the name of that firm. And then we come down the hall, and this is where Jan has her office. Jan was the tax preparer at Rainier Plaza Accounting. And as you can see, we have a lot of stuff that's in transition. Jan had planned to work with us only through the end of tax season, which at the time would have been through the end of April, but now is being dragged out. So we don't have everything quite nailed down yet for Jan, but she is continuing to come into the office 4 days a week to help with the transition of everybody. Here's our brag wall. We like to support local businesses, and we like our little awards. Best winner, best. Okay. And then here is Beth's office in what used to be our copy room. So Beth is here part-time. She's also an administrative support staff member, and she makes a lot of our phone calls, which takes a big load off of me. So that's awesome. And that is pretty much the tour. So I'm going to go back through the hole in the wall where my desk used to be. See, we still don't have a threshold. So it's kind of all a work in progress still. And we're making the best of it. And we have the capacity now to add a couple more staff members if we have increased workload. And then this is my command center where I am back by the front door. Oh, and I was going to turn on the fireplace. So as you can see, we've got a really nice layout. We are geared up and ready to complete the tax season cycle this year. I have windows I can see if I look through the window through Fran's office, or I can look through the window through Connie's office. So that's really exciting for me because I used to be in that dark space with nothing to look at. So walking toward the fireplace, seeing if it's warm enough yet. It's been a while since I've had it turned on. It's really a fun thing. Well, oh, it's getting hot now. So I hate to make you just sit here and wait, but I was hoping it would be warmed up by now. Again, the nice, beautiful clock, so I always know what time it is. Ah, there it goes. Not sure how well this comes through, but you can see it's a pretty cool lobby thing. And we just have the builder to thank for it. It's in a little reflective channel here, so you get to see lots of it, but it's very zen. I could just sit and stare at it for hours. And with that, I will wrap everything up. Thanks so much for listening and sharing our office.
Oh, Sue, that's wonderful. That's pretty exciting. I had no idea you were going through all that during this time. It's very spacious. Does anyone have any questions for Sue?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a question. I just want to tell you your office is awesome. I love that fireplace.
It is really, nice. Really cool.
Yeah,
I like it too.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sue, for sharing, and we'll look forward to the opportunity to come by. What was in that space before you guys expanded? It was in that front section.
This was their lobby. Sorry, am I still mute?
No. It was a lobby?
It was their lobby, yeah. They had, they're a building developer, so they had a lot of architectural sample things out here as well as their reception area. And they have this really cool table. I forgot to look at this. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can turn it back around. Turn around, turn around.
We just lost your video.
I hit the wrong button. There it is, turn around. They have this cool table here. And it's got these big long drawers that they had blueprints and stuff in. So we use this now for our tax folders so that Lily's got them right at hand when it's time to put somebody's tax return together. And then we also have what we call the wine rack, which was for their rolled up floor plans. But we use it for our shoes. When it's after hours, we slip into our comfy shoes.
Oh, I thought that's where Missy kept her stash for the office.
Well, it has been known to hold a wine bottle or two. It has been known to hold a wine bottle or two.
That's where Missy's business card goes.
There you go.
All right, so I see that Lisa is now dreaming of diamonds. I don't know what that means, but
Valerie, you of all people know exactly what that means. Yes, it does.
Baseball. Not these kind of diamonds, baseball.
Oh.
So I'm just looking at the time, and we have about 15 minutes left. So why don't we go through and offer up our referrals? And I'm going to go in random order based on how you appear on my Zoom screen. So what will appear to be random order. Gina, you are top left. Go. So.
Oh, awesome. I have one outside for Val and 2 closed business.
Wonderful. I love the closed business. All right. Gail, you're middle top.
Nothing this week.
John?
Pass.
I'm sorry, did you say pass? Okay. Laura?
I would have one outside for Tatiana.
Wonderful. Dreaming of diamonds.
I had an inside for Elizabeth. I think that was new last week after the meeting, and she's already delivered it. So I think you already delivered it, Elizabeth, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay, cool. Yep, there we go.
Wonderful. Missy?
I have one new for Lisa inside, and I have 2 closed. And I just want to give a shout out to Larissa's husband and Larissa. They're out working on my my rental out in Black Diamond and doing an exceptional job.
Oh, good. Addie?
I have an outside for Tatiana.
Wonderful. And Tatiana, are you on the screen twice? Great. Tracy?
I need to pass today.
Oh, my screen is changing as we speak. Okay, so Sue.
I have an inside for Missy. Repeat.
Okay, and Larissa?
Yeah, I have outside for Missy and Tatiana, you forgot about small electrical job. You have referral. She had referral for me, and it's close business too. Tatiana.
Oh, great.
Mhm.
Love it. Heather.
I have one closed business and I have an outside for Larissa.
Right. Agata.
I have an outside for Misty.
Love it. Heidi.
I have to pass this week.
And Elizabeth.
I talked to a friend of mine and she was going to join us this morning. I'm not sure why she didn't, so I will be contacting her again. She does this really nice smelling cleaning product. And yeah, so like I said, I'm going to reconnect with her.
Okay. And did you say pass on the referrals? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
hold on. I got your form done. I just got to figure out how to get it to you.
Okay. Wonderful. And it sounds like you had some closed business too.
Yeah, I had the closed business with Lisa. Very, very nice woman, by the way. And that was fun to make.
And then I have one inside for Heather, and it's not a repeat. So it's not my lips or hands this time. All righty. Well, that was a lot of nice variety in the mix. I am so excited that everybody continues to engage in this group, and I have great hopes for us as we emerge out of our Zoom world. But I would like to take a few minutes, given we have extra time, to just get your guys' thoughts on that, if you're having any, how as we have the opportunity in the coming weeks or into what might be early July. Gina, did you have something you wanted to start with?
Yeah, thank you. I've just noticed over the last several weeks that our participation and attendance is actually increased significantly. It's been much more consistent. And, I mean, obviously, getting on a Zoom is far easier than getting in your car and driving to breakfast. But, I think that's a plus and a kind of an upside to this, although I really, really miss the social interaction of breakfast and everything.
John, did you want to, I saw you go off mute. Does anybody else want to weigh in on thoughts of how the group is going on Zoom, and once we can meet together again, how you're feeling about that, what you're looking forward to, or how we might want to adapt to something alternative or hybrid to what we had been doing previously? Hi, Sue.
Hi. So I also was thinking, you said something hybrid, and I'm wondering if maybe giving people the option of zooming in while we're, if most of us are at a breakfast meeting and somebody is maybe out of town or unable to come in because of babysitting concerns or something like that, that they could also zoom in and we could just have somebody who would have a tablet there with the camera so that they can feel connected to the group at the same time and, put it on speakerphone, work kind of like we're working right now. That might increase attendance for people who are out of town, like when Heidi is back east of the mountains, or when somebody is having to stay home with their kids.
Or when someone's off skiing for several weeks during the winter, huh, John?
Mm-hmm. Well, and I'm going to be in Florida next week, but I plan on attending because I can.
Right. And I feel with me being exceptionally busy right now, as you guys can see, I keep going on and off. I feel that I like this. I definitely am all for going back to the restaurant ASAP, but I like this because I have to be somewhere at 8:30, 8:45, where I would have had to miss the meeting. I can still move around this way and participate. I could have even sat down, done my speech, still done a picture, and I can still be out the door hopefully in 10 minutes when this meeting ends. So I like the option, but I'm definitely for, this is a business group. This is not for family fun. So I think we really need to move back to the dedication of being together in a room.
Missy.
Yeah, I agree with what Heather just said. This is really great flexibility by far. And I think that having it, and like Sue said, having the option if you need to, if you can't, if it means you're in a crunch time. For me, I have a whole other job, right? So sometimes I have a meeting that I've got to get on. And so being at the restaurant and getting back to a meeting doesn't always work, but it's worked pretty well. But there's something to be said about personal interaction and personal connection. So I know that this is great and I have loved it and it's been really convenient, but there's something about the personal connection in person, because I think it is more it builds a relationship a little stronger, and I think building the relationship amongst us builds trust amongst us and allows us to more freely share and refer. So those are my thoughts on that. So I look forward to getting back to the restaurant. I missed the bacon too, Val.
Oh, that bacon, yes. Gail, I'd be interested in your thoughts. You don't have to offer them today, but you have been brave in joining us through Zoom and getting to know us in that mode. What is your sentiment about that? How is that working for you? You're on mute.
Yeah, unmute. There you go.
So I'm glad that we're going forward during this time of social distancing. It's giving me a good sense for the group and some of the benefits of the group. The only thing that I was thinking is if we wanted to do a hybrid, I really like the idea of the restaurant, but maybe there's 1 week out of the month that is only Zoom, and it's like the first week or the third week or something like that. That's just a thought, because that would give people an opportunity, if they weren't available on a particular Tuesday, to know that they could Zoom in instead of be at the restaurant.
Thank you. Anyone else want to weigh in on that?
I would, Heidi. I really like the option of being able to, just like Sue said, because there's times when I just can't get out of the house in the morning. It'd be nice if there was a tablet or something at the restaurant, so it would be an option. Also, the other thing I wanted to point out is for the next hopefully not too long, but we're going to need to be a little bit overcautious about meeting and coming in person if we have some symptoms. Maybe we have allergies and we don't know if it's allergies or not. So people are going to be probably missing when, you might come when you have a head cold. We won't be doing that for a while. So another good reason to keep this option open at least. So people, if they're feeling a little bit under the weather, they could just Zoom in instead of coming in person or missing.
I like that, Heidi, because also, you know, like I was talking to my neighbor who just retired this week. He's a doctor. And, you know, I find that he's not particularly over the top with this either, but he did remind me, like, he's canceled trips because he is retired. So he's considered high risk age. So some of us that are dealing with parents or kids, or like, you know, I'm trying to limit to where I go because I go and see the elderly. None of my patients are sick in that type of manner, but I also have to make sure I'm at my top end because I can't bring that to my patients' homes. I really like that, Heidi, what Heidi said too, because we have to be aware of, you know, Gina, I think you and Sue both take care of your parents. I know Heidi and some other people have very young kids that should not be exposed to any of this. So I like the idea, and maybe I can think about downloading it on my iPad since I use it for our meeting anyways. I was just leery of downloading Zoom since it's not technically my pad.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Oh, Gina, you had one more thing. We're at 8:30.
Yeah, I think that it's really important, even while we're still in this lockdown thing, do coffee calls, a meetup. You can always Zoom directly with someone, just one-on-one, and get to know them. The one-on-ones are really, I think, important. I had a wonderful conversation with Gail. She is an awesome person. I think that we need to keep that connectivity and really focus on how we can help each other. Referrals are huge. This week was way better on referrals. So I think that is really encouraging, regardless of whether or not we're in person or here in the Zoom. So.
All right. Well, that was a nice way to close. And maybe we can, during this time, make that a focus for each of us to pick someone during the week that we have the opportunity to get a little more connected with, as a substitute for the face-to-face. And then we'll watch as things emerge and see how Stockton's comes back online, and just be prepared to make a decision. But I'm just really pleased that the group is thriving during this time despite that, and welcome the opportunity to work through it when we have the choice to do so. So Sue, thank you for your presentation today. Thanks for everyone's participation, and we'll look forward to seeing you all on the 26th. Have great Memorial Day weekends, everyone.
All right, y'all have a great week.
Okay, bye everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Have a great
Gina,
day.
for hosting.
Oh, you bet.